Hello, welcome to my channel, Renso here. Today I'm gonna paint this portrait. Let's make an exercise. I'm gonna change a little bit the value of this picture. The colors I'm gonna use are titanium white, cadmium yellow hue, cadmium orange hue, cadmium red hue, cobalt blue, and ivory black. Okay, let's make a quick sketch. I'm mixing cobalt blue, cadmium red, black and white. I'm gonna use a little bit of medium. Okay, let's see, and just squinting down my eyes, trying to see the overall shape. Okay, let's sketch around here. That's going to be the position of the face. A little bit more to the left. Okay, now I have here the eyes, the center line of the face, brows, the base of the nose, and the chin. Okay. Let's see the shape of this light here. It's something like this. Yeah. The eye is inside this shape. I can split this in two portions, and here's gonna be the eye. Okay, what I'm doing is trying just to see simple geometrical and flat shapes. I know there is a volume here, all of that, but I'm just trying to see simple shapes. Okay, the rest of the face is in shadow. Always I gotta be careful that both eyes are aligned. Okay, and usually this line for the eyes is perpendicular to the center line of the face. Let me see, I see a triangular shape for the base of the nose. The lower lip is kind of just a straight line, and up here is another triangular shape for the upper lip. Okay, I think that's the structure of the face. No, I'm not gonna copy exactly the same values. I'm gonna try to copy the structure, the proportion of the eyes. Yeah, but I'm not gonna go that dark. Today I just want to go really with a really cool shadow, but not that dark, and a warm highlight. Warm highlight here, and a little bit of this highlight is here too. Let's see, I'm going to establish first these two values, light and shadow. I'm using a synthetic brush. This is a big one. I'm mixing black and white, cobalt blue, cadmium red hue. I need another color. I need permanent alizarin crimson. Okay. More white. Okay, I'm using as a medium linseed oil and turpentine, half and half. Just have it here, half and half. Oh, hello, Lauran Muhammad. Hello, so. Thank you. Hello, Michael. Hello, Laura. Hello, Christine. Okay. Now with this color, I'm going to basically paint like everything here. Like I said, I'm not gonna copy the values of this painting. By values, I mean you see that everything is almost black. I don't want to do that. I just want to practice a little bit with the difference between cool colors, because I'm gonna make this really cool, and this warm area. Okay, you see the skin color here on the face. I'm gonna make it even a really grayish skin color. Of course, I'm going to control this little by little, adjust this, adding more colors. But I mean, the idea is just to try to keep this grayish cool color everywhere. Like always, to see I don't start with too much paint, because I can always change my mind, and if I don't like this, and just make it darker, or just trying to copy the image exactly the same values. But I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I have done this kind of exercises. Sometimes they come out really good, sometimes they doesn't. But anyway, it's always a good exercise, is having this difference between cool and warm colors. Okay, I know that I have lost the drawing. I can see a little bit of the position of the nose here, the mouth here. I'm gonna mix a darker color and let's paint the contour of the face. Okay, I have established here a little bit of this cool color. Let's say that's gonna be my base. On top of this, of course, you know that you can add more paint, and every time that you add paint is imagine that you're doing this. Let's say that you're gonna add this orange. Okay, try here first on the palette. You add orange here. What's happening right now here on my palette, that's exactly what's gonna happen here. Okay, that means if I add pure orange, I'm gonna end up with this color. Okay, this color is gonna work here. I mean, not for me, but it was just to give you an idea that we can change this a lot by adding more and more paint. Okay, now mix this yellow and orange, a touch of white. It's the same, not too much paint. I don't want too much paint yet. And let's see. The only problem when we work a la prima, when we paint a la prima, is something like this mixture is going to happen, and sometimes we don't want this to happen. Like right now here, definitely I'm going to touch this color, and I'm going to bring this color into this color, and as a result maybe this color, this orangey, is starting to get a little bit muddy, but that's okay. The only solution is like something like this, and then go, you see? Okay, the only solution is just add more paint. And of course the last brush strokes are gonna be something like just lay down the paint and don't move it. Just leave the paint in there. Okay. This is still dark, too dark, but I can feel that there's some light hitting the face. Okay, now around this area it has this really strong light. If a minute, I need to look for paper towel. I mean, this is not gonna be the color. I'm just going to mix something that's gonna be kind of closer to the color I want. Okay, this is something a little bit closer. Okay, now around this area, the color is going to be affected because of the shining of this area. That means that I can do this. Now remember, if you don't see what's going to happen when you add any color here, try here on your palette. Now, of course, if this layer is really thin, on one area on your palette, do the same. I mean, keep this area thin and mix here. And this is the result. A lot of the things or problems that happens when we paint a la prima is maybe we don't have too much experience about mixing colors, and sometimes, I mean, it's not always, yes, I mean, it's not like with the beginning, it's not always the same, but sometimes we mix a lot on the painting, and if you don't know what's gonna be the color, I mean the result of adding a color on top of this, then you're gonna see maybe you're not gonna like the color. You don't have too much experience. You end up by just with muddy colors, little more muddy colors and more muddy colors, and yeah. And in order to prevent that, first, don't add too much paint. It's not that something that, let's say that you love to add a lot of paint, to work really thick with oil paint, and that's okay. I'm not saying that you gotta change that. No, it's perfectly. I mean, it's even better to work paint with a lot of paint. But the point is at the beginning, okay? Because we don't know what's gonna happen. You can always go back here and add more paint and paint. Okay. Hello, Showdari. Hello, Lochan. Hello, Phillips. Thank you. I'm doing okay. Hello, Log, Nat. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Marion. Oh, hello, Monique. Okay. Let's go a little bit faster. Then this color is going to spread this color all around this area. A little bit. Now I have a better idea about that color. Okay. Now, you see the picture, you see a skin color here. I'm not going to get to that skin color. I'm going to keep this grayish with, of course, with some touches. For example, here, I'm gonna add a little bit of color here, the mouth, a little bit of reddish. Okay. I mean, why I'm doing this? Because I want to. This is just a practice. And I mean, a practice that's gonna be always testing yourself about how to, let's say, face a situation that we're not gonna longer copy the colors you see. Okay? Because that means that you have to create. I mean, it's not, I'm not gonna say that's so different, but you're gonna create a new harmony. Okay? Imagine that the picture is like your, I don't know, your dad, your mom, and he's holding your hand. And when you try a different color harmony, that's when you're alone. You cannot copy the image, the picture anymore. Okay? That means that you're alone. I'm pretty sure you're gonna start to cry. And it doesn't matter if works or not. Just the pleasure of painting and the practice. Okay, I'm stepping back. Let me check out proportions. Always keep measuring, okay? Okay, need to step back. Checking out the drawing. Oh, hello Barbara. Hello Maggie. Hello Cat Meow. Hello Gregory. Thank you. Okay, I'm just stepping back. You know, I have a lot to draw. Okay, looking for alignments. For example, the corner of the mouth is aligned with the iris here, and this side of the face is kind of aligned with the iris, and the wing of the nose is aligned with the tear duct. Okay, let's add more paint. Second, I need to adjust my camera. Okay. I'm gonna continue just working with the same, let's say, colors. Here is grayish. I'm planning to keep grayish. Maybe I'm gonna keep this grayish, just this area. Okay. Of course, I'm gonna add some skin color, more orangey color on top of this color, but not now. Okay. Now here's the problem. The problem is that you cannot rely on the picture anymore. I mean, there is no reason for me just to see the picture looking for the color harmony. I'm just looking at the picture to see there is light here, there is shadow here, there is light here, but not the color. That means that every time that I gotta step back and see the color in the painting and think if the harmony is okay. That's what happened when I tell you that it's like you're alone speaking about color. You're alone and you're gonna start to cry like a baby. Okay. Okay, I have to check out the image. Just a second. Okay, I need to light up this color. To light up this more. Working on the value is okay. Now what about the color? Okay, I think that's kind of okay. You know that you can always change the color. Imagine that you're mixing here. What do you do to change this color? Okay, what more yellow? You can do the same here. Add more yellow here. If you want, you can pick up a little bit of yellow and put it here and mix it here. That's gonna be the same. Okay. I mean, the idea is mixing here, yeah? But I'm just doing that to give you an idea that we can change the colors again and again. I'm making this a little bit darker, but I just want to be careful. I don't want to go really black with the shadows. That means my painting is gonna be kind of soft, like a ghosty image, really soft. Now this color is okay here, has a little bit of red. Of course, you know that the cheeks, the chin is, you have more blood on those areas. That means the color is a little bit reddish on those areas. Orangey, pinky, you choose the color. Got to step back. Hello keeper, white gray on the chin. All this hair is gray around. I just changing the color on the picture. Okay. Oh, Lobby is asking me if I can make more tutorials in acrylics. Yes, definitely I will. I can see hair reflecting on window door from big TV. Yeah, you mean this reflect? Then this is still for sale. Yeah, I mean I always if somebody wants to just buy any of my paintings, yeah, I have a lot of them. You just can ask me. Each painting is just $160. $160 included the shipping. Mostly all of them are 8 by 8, something like that. 8 by 8 or 9 by 9 inches. Okay, what I have in mind right now is if maybe I go a little bit darker in some areas, or maybe I could go a little bit lighter. Okay. That's something that I have to wait a little bit more in order to see what is going to work better with uh, this color harmony. Or maybe even add more blue or purple to the shadow. In this case, this is not like I added blue. It's more like this ivory black. You know, is kind of a dark blue. If you have ivory black and you have a skin color, this gray color created by mixing ivory black and white, it's gonna look always bluish. Oh, I have I forget, buy me coffee app. If somebody wants to kind of buy me a coffee. Hello, Manuel. Okay. Okay, Dennis. Okay, let me step back. Now I have to continue stepping back. See, I'm going to add more of this orange color here, just a touch. I just want to see this. Okay, stepping back. Mm. 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 Okay, kind of I like it, but let's see. It's too early to say. One thing I have to do, you see a shadow going like this. I have to make this a little bit darker. I think that's enough. I mean, that's enough with the darker. I'm not gonna go maybe more darker than this. Mm. Okay, I think that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna add more. Okay, more. Let me see, more white to the lights, I think. Let's see. Just have white and cadmium yellow. Okay. Let me choose the highlights here and here. Okay. Okay. That's okay. Now, usually when there is a high contrast like this, between the limit on the light and the shadow, I mean the colors, it goes a little bit more saturated. Okay, that means that we can add this. I'm mixing just orange and red, a little bit of lizard and crimson to make it darker. We can make this shadow here like that. Okay, I'm gonna light up this a little bit. This and this. Now this is something that is subtle. Okay, I'm gonna adjust this. I'm going to soften, blend a little bit, and it's not gonna look like with this intensity. But you pay attention to nature. You see somebody just uh, being hit by some like intense or hard highlight. You're gonna see this kind of orangey color. If you check out some paintings, you're gonna see this. Okay, remember this is subtle. Okay, right now you see it's too orangey, too reddish because I'm just putting the brush stroke there, and I have to adjust this. Now, this reddish orangey shadow, you maybe you can manipulate that as you wish. For example, if I make this shadow, I'm making it lighter, okay? If you make it lighter but orangey, it's gonna look transparent. You're gonna create some transparency there. Exactly what happened when you paint waves on the ocean, okay? You see how you see some transparency in the color? That's the same effect. Okay, that means that you saturate the color and you light up the color on the shadow, which is different doing this than doing something like this. Which one you want is up to you. Okay, it's up to you, and of course it depends on your painting. You know that I can work with this transparency, which I can put it again on top of this. I can create some transparency, and I can push this kind of transparency maybe here too, a little bit here, and maybe on the nose. Okay, now maybe you have to try. For me, it's going to be about trying. It's something like you gotta just push back and forward, going back and forward, or back and forth, eh? Going back and forth. To the point that you see that it's working. That means that you have to try. But I gotta tell you, like an exercise is really good doing something like this. Now you know my channel. I mean, basically, I copy what I see in a portrait. I'm trying to copy the likeness. I'm always worried about copying the likeness. And from time to time, I make some exercises like this, where I change the color, where I try to look for a new harmony. It's not something like really different, yeah? But I need to. We all need to do this. Like I said, we need to just practice. And because speaking in color terms, if you always copy what you see, the image, that's gonna be like you're walking with your dad, holding your hand all the time. Remember, eh? And you wanna fly, yeah? You wanna fly, be free. Okay. Okay, I gotta check out again and have this really strong highlight. This is so shiny that it's spreading some this warm color around. Okay, now here's cool, really cool. And okay, what else? me see. I'm gonna change this color here. Now, another thing that you can do to practice with colors is use Photoshop. Use any program where you can edit the image, change the colors, and see, practice there and see what works. I'm doing this because I just want to see what happens, because you know, if you have a really strong light, like really like this, really warm, hitting from left to right, this light is gonna bounce, and the logic is gonna tell you that this should be, it should have this light, because it's this light just bouncing back. Okay, it's always the same. It's how light just flies around. Now, of course, since I'm changing this, okay, I'm feeling free to change this too and see if it's working. Okay, I'm changing just one rule about color theory, about how the light flies in space or travel in space. But let's see if that works. It's okay. If not, I'm gonna change it. Of course, this thing about the reflected light, you can change it anytime you want. And usually if you have a reflected light here, this light is bouncing, and we're gonna have a reflected light maybe here or maybe here. Okay, I don't see that on the picture. I gotta just zoom in, or I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find this reflected light there. Now, since we are pushing colors, you can just do the same, making this really light blue. Let's see what happened. Adding blue or more white. You can change, you can use copper blue if you want. Sorry, cerulean blue. Okay, now it's too intense, and now I see this, and this, and I don't want that. Do that thing, you step back, you analyze the image, you see, okay, no. Here's my focal point, so obvious focal point. If I start just adding more things around, and just distracting the view from my focal point. I don't want that. I'm killing this again, and I'm gonna go over this again. Okay, with like this light blue, just not too much paint. Maybe there is gonna work. Now I gotta go back and think about the drawing aspect of the painting, because you know, color is one thing, structure, drawing is another thing, and the best way to get away with this is just try to separate in your head when you draw, when you think about color. When you think about color, you gotta think about value. Okay, values, how dark is gonna be your darks, how light is gonna be your lights. And the color is how cool, how warm. If you push in the color, how much you can push it, how warm you can make it, how warm or how cool you can make the cool color. Okay. I'm gonna read the comments. Okay, Dennis. Hello, Man. Okay, Easy Art Studio. Hello. Okay. How good is the brush you are using? Seeking some recommendation of brushes. Okay, this I have the same. I use the same brand for acrylic or oil paint. I use synthetic brushes. Says Mary's. The same. You know, they have different brands. but these brushes are really cheap. I mean, it's not are not the cheapest one, but I gotta say that uh, from 0 to 10, speaking about price, how cheap is that? This is gonna be maybe number 2 or 3. That means that's not gonna be the cheapest one you're gonna find in an art store, but yeah, they work really good. Mm. I have a couple of links on my description box to Amazon. Those brushes in Amazon, you're gonna notice that are not the same brushes, but the hair is really close, almost the same. Are you using Cadmium Red Medium or you use Cadmium Red? This is Cadmium Red Hue. Hello, Makesh. Can you explain how muddy colors are? What also how to avoid them? Okay, this thing about muddy colors is just uh, if you're just getting a lot of muddy colors, it means that you need to practice more about mixing colors. Okay, the difference is this: you practice mixing on your palette. Yeah, you say yellow and red, orange, everything is okay here. Okay, the thing that you gotta consider that when you add paint here, you're mixing colors too. And the problem that is something like this: we think we're gonna add orange. We gotta be aware that when you add orange here, it's gonna get mixed. Try on your palette first. Let's see this color. Add orange here and see the color that you get. Okay, this color alone for sure is a muddy color. It's really grayish. Okay, this color in the right spot on the painting is not gonna be a muddy color. It's gonna work perfectly. Maybe in the shadow area or the light area. Okay, the problem is that we mix here, we pick up the paint, we put it here, everything is wet, everything get mixed, and we don't know, we don't have too much experience about warm and cool colors. And then between the cool area we have a lot of warm colors, and the light area we have cool colors. I mean, it's a little bit complex because we should have both warm, neutral, and cool colors everywhere. It's just we have to be able just to control the amount of each of these colors, okay, and how to mix them. I remember one of my teachers when I was a student at School of Art, and I remember every time that I asked something like that, like, hey, my colors are just all muddy. And he told me, okay, what you need to do is you just change. It was something like, I mean, the colors are not muddy. You're the one, you're putting the colors, in the wrong spot. And I said, I mean, what? I didn't get it at the moment. And that's the only answer I got from from my teacher. Okay, that was just the answer. Every time they asked, my colors are muddy, how to fix them? Okay, it's not about fixing them. It's about that you're just putting the colors in the wrong spot. Just that. And putting in the wrong spot is a lot of things. It's about value, it's about temperature. Okay, the wrong value, if you put a light color on the shadow, that's a color in the wrong spot. If you put a really cool color on warm colors, it's the same. I mean, it's a little bit more complex than that. It's kind of difficult to explain that. I gotta say, the more we practice painting, we're starting to get rid of these muddy colors, and we sometimes we didn't even notice We don't even notice when that happened. That our colors just got better. When? And what's happening is our brain is working. Every time that we paint, we gain more experience. It's every time that you paint a portrait, remember, it's like reading one book. And the same book, we read the same book again and again and again. And what happened when you read something so many times? You're starting to memorize, you're starting to go over the same information, we're starting to understand better everything. That's the same. Every time that you experience a mixture, I mean, this is gonna be some some place on your in your brain, and you're gonna use it again at some point. That's why it's everything that we use our hands to do is we improve by practicing, by repetition, repetition and repetition. Mixing black with permanent alizarin crimson, making this dark. use some orange and red to add some tiny brush strokes here to represent some, let's say, some reflection from this warm highlight. Okay, now about this shadow, orange shadow, we gotta think if we keep it. Okay, you know that I did it just to show you how you can add some transparency to a shadow. Okay, and of course it looks too just so lonely, this transparent shadow there. Okay, we have to maybe add this shadow some another area. Let me see if I can make it here on the nose. I need to leave this here for a minute and check out later if that works or not. I need to continue drawing. Okay, mixing camel red, Lister greens on the black. Let's work on some details. Okay, I'm adding more red, okay? I want a dark red, but I wanna feel the red. You see how reddish is the color? Okay. And I use the same here. Kind of difficult to see what's happening here, but I just have to try to imagine here the nostril, the shadow here, and the mouth here. Now let's work on the other eye. Okay. Just a minute, I need to paint this. Yeah, looks better like this. You know, if I change this for any color, I gotta change this too. And here too, I mean, I don't see this, but definitely pretty sure that it should be a little bit of light because the mouth is coming forward. Okay. Okay, where else? Here. So shadow here. Okay, remember we don't need to see this area. There is always a shadow and a little bit of light. Why? Remember all the muscles that come from the upper part of the face, from the zygomatic bone, from the nasal bone, all the muscles from the mandible go to this point. Okay, it's just like the center of a spider net. Yeah, all those muscles go there just to make us speak and say all the beautiful words that you love to say. Okay, not work on the eye. Just a minute. Mixing orange, red, thinking about this transparent. I'm gonna add here on the nose a touch of this color here, just a touch. Okay. Okay, I need to make it this a little bit lighter. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna mix black and white. Okay, you know this color is a combination between a cool color and a warm color. Okay, checking out that that's working. It's a grayish orangey color. Okay, I'm warming up this color just little by little. More orange, more red. Let's see if this works. Okay, let's go back and think about this area. It's about just black and white. I mean, it's not like a pure black and white, a pure gray, because I'm mixing here, and here there is some red, some lizard green, some. it back and see. Definitely this color, I mean, speaking about the reflection, I mean, you saw me putting a brightest light blue and it didn't work. Now I have to think about this reflected light here. If that's gonna work, maybe maybe I need a reflected light blue color too. Okay. Okay. I'm squinting down my eyes, and I think I have to dark this area a little bit. Okay, and I have to dark this area a little bit. Now let's soft this. I want something really lost here. Lost edge. Here and here. Need to work on the pupil here. I think that's okay. Really difficult to see that area. Everything is just dark. I'm gonna use black and permanent alizarin crimson. Just adding pure red, a touch of pure red here, and let me add here too. Nope. Okay. I don't see the iris here. I'm just gonna add a little bit of reflection there. Okay. I'm making a reddish, a grayish red, and I'm gonna just paint here. Okay. Now I need a little bit of this red here. Just a touch. Okay. Here too. Just a touch. And a darker red. Okay, and I read the comments. Okay. Hello Lalita Art Creation. Hello Joyce, how are you? Hello Monica. Hello Vio Oliva. Hello Great Soul Art. Okay. Dennis is telling me the eyebrows protrude a little bit. Okay. Thank you, Joyce. Okay. Things like she's shaved. Yeah. Oh my God, I don't like it. I don't like the painting anymore. Okay. Let's add more blue and a little bit. That was too much. Okay, I'm checking out. I'm stepping back, just checking the proportion portion of the face. Now I'm checking light and shadows. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I have to darken this a little bit up. Okay, I'm exaggerating this light a little bit just to make the mouth just pop forward at the same time with this highlight on the nose. Okay. This is just black and cadmium yellow, but it's not pure anymore. It's kind of polluted with a little bit of gray. Okay. I think that's it. I mean, I'm not finishing the class. I think that's it about light and shadows and a little bit of color here, here, and keeping this grayish. Okay. What else I gonna do? Yeah. Oh. Maybe I can add a little bit of this here on the neck. Let's see. Now, one thing, remember, I'm changing. I mean, I'm changing a lot by changing this color, yeah. But this reflect. Thinking more about this reflected light. If your light is warm, really warm, this light is coming from left to right, is bouncing back. Okay, that means that this should be warm. It should be an orange. Okay, I did that. I check out the painting, I change it, I added this kind of bluish color. Okay, just to have more color in that area. I make it this bluish and make this bluish and this a little bit bluish. If I change this to orange, make it this orangey, orangey, orangey. I'm adding some touches like this here that obviously I'm exaggerating color here just to create more transparency. That area on the skin, doing the same with this touch, and I'm gonna do maybe another touch here too. Let's see if that works. Okay, okay. I did the same on the nose. If you see the nose really close, it's just almost red. I mean, I mixed alizarin crimson and cadmium red, and I put the brush stroke just like that. Okay, Now I can use the same color for the mouth. Just a touch here on the shadow. Okay, I mean this is not like a darker color, but works perfectly inside the shadow and creates some transparency. Okay, we can push that even more by adding more here and there. Imagine that the light is coming inside the head and it's coming out from the nose, coming out from the mouth. We can push that. I mean, just use your imagination and little touches here and there. I mean, if you want to, because I mean, since we decide to make some changes to the harmony, you can feel more freely to change more, to add more color, to push contrast, saturation, and all of that. And it doesn't matter if the painting is not good, it's always a good exercise, okay, to experiment with different harmonies and change something, anything. I'm gonna add more transparency here. Touch, just a touch. Okay, what else? There is a reflected light here too. Okay, it should be bluish. Have to be a little bluish in the neck. Okay, I'm gonna continue adding some touches of pure colors, like right here. I have used pure red and just a touch, okay? Here too. I mean, these touches of colors gonna add like more color around. It's just like one intense color in one area is gonna make our brain. It's kind of spread the color all around. We don't need to add like a lot of color to everything. Just a touch, and it's gonna kind of glow. Okay. I mean, this is optional. You don't have to add those touches of color. It's just if you want to. For example, here, for example, I'm mixing blue and white. And what if I do that? Just a little bit. Okay, something like that. Okay, I don't want that. I'm going to kill down this a little bit. Okay, that's it. I have to go out. I have to take my daughter to the eye doctor, ophthalmologist. I think that's the name. Okay. And I think that's it for today. And you can continue just adding more color if you want. Okay. Hello Marilu, hello Eve. Okay Eve, that sounds really good. Wow, you traveled across Europe with an electric bike. Wow, that sounds really good. Yeah, amazing. Wow. Hmm. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, what do you think? Let me know if you see something that you got a point. Maybe you want to point out, have an opinion. Let me know because I gotta go. Okay, always edges. Remember the edges. Okay. Remember that sharp edges doesn't help any paint. Always about soft edges. It's been an hour and a half. Oh, this was a really nice practice. I love it. Okay, that's it, I think. Thank you so much, you all, and see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow I will paint in the morning. Okay. Okay. Stepping back, just thinking a little bit. Okay. Oh, I didn't paint some teeth. I'm gonna just paint and insinuate some teeth here. Yeah, just that. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. Take care.